Hi folks, we are back here again today with another DLG Repairs video. And today we're going to be looking at this Atari Flashback Portable. Now, I didn't even know this was a thing. I'm aware of the Atari Flashback range. I've seen various different Atari Flashback devices out there. On the internet, number 1, 2, and all different, I'm sure you've heard of them if you're watching this and you're a fan of this channel. But I didn't know there was a portable one until I came across it for spares and repairs on eBay, where I pick most of my things up from. And this one has been listed as not charging. It's not being able to charge. So before we pop the box open, we'll just have a quick look. So it tells us on the front, we've got a nice 2.8-inch LCD display, SD card slot. I'm assuming that we can update it, put extra games on, and it tells us that in the box what we've got the portable player with the games, a manual, a charging cable, and a rechargeable battery. And it's got where's the lens? There we go. Internet games download feature with an SD card. However, the SD card is not included. Now, if you're anything like me, I'm sure that you've got a drawer full of old SD cards of various sizes. I know I have. From back in the day when 1 gigabyte was enough to take all your holiday snaps on. So yeah, we'll be popping one of them in at a later date should we be able to get this working. So it's literally just arrived. I've just popped it open. We've got the manual as promised. Pretty decent manual actually. I know it looks underwhelming, black and white, but it does give you all the the info and the features. Actually, TV out. Okay, so you could plug this into a TV. We'll have to have a look at that perhaps at another time. But then it gives you a bit of a run through of all the games, so it tells you what each one is about, and a quick game description. So double dunk, score the most baskets in this sophisticated 2-on-2 half-court basketball game. How exciting! So I shall have a look at that at a later date. But what we are interested in is this, and we'll see. We should have I'm assuming a charging cable there, not there, and the battery will be inside. So the seller was very honest with this. They said that they had 2 of these, and what they'd done is they'd taken the battery out of this one and plugged it into their working one to charge it up so that they could show that it was working. And we'll see, we've got a green light on top, look, and it does power on. So at least we know we work. It's just a question of how do we get it charging? Is it a case of the port is knackered, for want of a better phrase? Perhaps it's worked its way loose, or is there something more nefarious inside? Is something gone that we're going to need to repair? But first sort of impressions, it's a pretty nice little gizmo. It's got a nice screen. There's not too much reflectiveness on it. Pretty decent sounds. Sounds all right. Ooh. Oh, did I get? Oh, I can. Oh, I can. Anyway, I digress. So let's get her opened up and let's see what we are playing with inside. So what have we got? We've got crosshead screws. We'll get the old. I've even charged my screwdriver up, ready to go. Okay, so we've got a rechargeable battery. Does anybody else remember this type of battery seemingly being everywhere in the mid to late noughties? It felt like this was the standard phone battery. Anyway, I digress. There's one. Didn't even come out from the bit that we were banging. Right. I'm going to move because I'm fed up of standing here. I'm going to go to a different location. So, as if by magic, there we go. So we've moved locations a little bit. I was just sort of getting a little bit bored of standing over this thing, and yeah, anyway, so we're trying to work our way through this to get these screws out, and there's a few of them that are just being a little bit of a tinker. Just won't come out. Remember when I said I like to use the Bernardo's card? Yeah, just helps you get. This is how I do anyway. Not recommending this is how you do it, but it works for me. There we go. And you know what? It gives Bernardo's a bit of free airtime, so happy days. Nearly there. Right. We are there. Now will come that screw. So, pretty basic board. Well, I say basic, it's not basic at all, is it? Let's face it. But things are easy for us to spot. Speaker, a USB port, headphone jack, LED light, SD slot, which I'm quite surprised is there actually. We've got a volume knob, big blobby blob on the processor. So I think the next thing we're going to do is have this board out, so we've not got anything else in the way. Any other screws? Yep, on there. I think that looks like, oh no, on there. And like I've said many times before, folks, I am definitely not an expert. There are many more things that I have taken apart than I have put back together. This is merely an information video more than anything. What am I missing here? Is there another screw? How many more screws? What am I missing? Why is it not? Or is it just simply held in place because of the things that are on the board? Perhaps, surely that's designed to come away. Anyway, right. Well, we'll leave it in for now and we'll see. Right, so we better get this hooked up to a charger, haven't we, and see what is happening or what isn't happening. So we'll get the old battery out, and we'll just check that is. Yeah, so if we hold that there, it gives us green, so we can turn that off now. So we know that we can put some power into it without having the back on. Okay, so I've been trying to have a little think about this because a few things have started to confuse me. So this works fine from the battery. Okay, so we pop the battery in and we can see the green light comes on and we can see the screen coming on in the background. From here we can see it being lit up. We put it on with the USB cable and we turn the power on, the light intensifies and we get the screen. But the seller said that this battery was not charging up. Now, at the minute, this is fully charged because they charged it up via other methods, either with another unit or with another device that takes this kind of battery. So what I thought was, I'll have a little rummage around in my spares drawer, and I found this out of a mobile mini keyboard thingy. But unfortunately, the pins are in the wrong place. So with this one, look, the pad, sorry, we've got positive there and positive there. But what I'm going to try and do is, if I hold, again, I'm not recommending you do this, I'm just showing you what I'm having a go at. If I break this, then that's on me. Don't take this as gospel. So if we pop that on there, actually, what I'm just going to show you first, I'm going to show you that this, get the old multimeter, as they say. I want to show you that this is completely dead. Okay, so there's nothing in that whatsoever. But in theory, if we pop that on there, now we can see that the red light comes on. Was that flashing, or was it just because I moved? Right. So if I sit here for a couple of minutes with this on charge, this battery should theoretically get some charge in it. All right, that's what I'm thinking. And then in which case, if that's charging, then that should charge. I mean, I suppose what I should really do is just let this play on it for an hour, drain some of this battery. I guess that would have probably been the logical thing to do. But here we are. So I'm going to sit with this for a little while. I want to have my brew that I've made. No bag in today. I've taken it out. Fancy the change. And we're going to see if this gets any power in it. So yeah, see you in a little while. Okay, it's been 3 or 4 minutes, and let's see. So positive is that side. Put the old multimeter in shot, albeit under a load of cables, and we can see, yeah, we got the whale up, 2.74 volts has gone into the battery. So this is, power is running through it. And actually, I did this off camera, I probably should have showed you, but plugging it in, we can see, again, just put them on screen. We've got 5 volts coming in. That was on the thing, that's not me. That was on the screen. We've got 5 volts coming in. We have got 5 volts coming in, trust me. Tell you what, I could take the ground from over here, can't I? It's a bit of a tight squeeze. 1 and 5. Of course it would help if it... Okay, so we've got 5 volts coming in. Just under 5 volts, yeah. And by the time we get over to the battery, after some of that juice has been shared around, just over 4 going into the battery. So the power is obviously making its... I have the power! Is making its way around the board. So is this just a case of, for whatever reason, it actually works, and the seller just said it didn't? I don't know. I know it happens sometimes. I'm sure, like me, you've watched many videos of people on the internet that also do this, where they've bought job lots of things, and for whatever reason, they just work. So I'm just going to run this for like half an hour and try and drain that battery down a bit, and then we'll see if it charges, perhaps. Yeah, oh, I mean, there we go. Look, already it's got that 2-colour light on. I think this is actually getting power. I don't think it's charging. And I think we've got, for whatever reason, something that just actually works. Watch this space. Okay, folks, so I've been hammering this up for the last half an hour or so, giving it a good going over and really sort of trying to drain that battery, and just plugged it into the multimeter, and it's down. It's down. The voltage is down a little bit. So what I'm hoping now is whilst we're not showing a flat battery, if I plug this in, should, yeah, it gives us that sort of indicator light, and we were down at 3.87 volts on the multimeter when I checked it. So again, I'm just going to leave that on charge for 5 minutes and see if that voltage goes up, and if it does, then whilst this has perhaps not been the most exhilarating video, well, I don't know, you might have enjoyed it. We've not actually, well, have we repaired anything? No, not repaired anything, but we have verified that something actually did work. So I'm going to leave this on charge for 5 or 6 minutes just to get a bit of voltage into it, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so it's been on charge now for about 5 minutes, so there should be just a slight change in the voltage, if nothing else. So it was showing 3.87 before, now we're up to 3.91 volts coming out of that battery. So it does seem to be that this is charging, and it just seems that for whatever reason, the original seller, the person that was selling it, just I don't know, it's just one of those, isn't it? We got lucky this time. There's been lots of occasions where we've been unlucky, or where I've been unlucky, where I've not been able to fix something, or it's, you know, I've just ended up losing out. And for whatever reason, today we just happened to get lucky. I've not had to take anything to bits. I mean, if I'd have thought about it, I could have got away actually without taking this to bits. But you know what? It's been nice to have a little look, see what's going on the inside. Maybe if you're struggling with yours, or you know you've got one and you're a little bit reluctant to take it apart because you weren't sure what it would be like inside, then if you've seen this, then great. It's not all been in vain. But for now, with this, really, we're all done. I'm going to put it back together, and it's going to go in the DLG museum that we're going to launch one day. So yeah, as always, I hope you've enjoyed watching this. I think for now, what I'm going to do is have a play around with this. I'm going to research this this SD card slot that it's got on it. I want to check that out and find out how we go about adding extra games to the library. And perhaps what I'll do is make a second video on that, showcasing adding extra games to it, because I've got no idea how that's done. I've got no idea what extra games are available. And actually, this is a pretty good little piece of kit. You know, there's lots of sort of Genesis ones out there that I've seen. I didn't know that the Atari did one, but you know what? It's got lots on, and I'm always happy to have more. So for now, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Have a great day, and I'll see you all soon.